Last time, then. The party had a rather dramatic meeting. Yolanda, far away in town, was the first to lay eyes on the red-nosed bastard that had murdered your guard and took 2 hostages. She was also the first to see the strange blade that made the dark purple portal that seemed to transport into another world. A similar world, just one with less light and no people. She flew through this strange realm with the man and burst into the room right in front of her coterie mates. A half-day's ride away in seconds. The man was defensive. He did immediately have guns pointed at him, after all. But he revealed himself Giovanni quite plainly. He seemed eager to talk. He also made certain demands and assured a willingness to hurt his hostages to get what he wanted. He seemed to be under the impression that he had kidnapped Elena's 2 kids specifically, a fact nobody corrected, and in fact, a mistake Rathu took credit for. Not that this did the little blood sugar any good. The party learned from this elder kindred that he was the controller of their spectral spy, and that it was simple what he wanted. He was here for the silver. He claimed there was a truce of sorts with the Camarilla, one that could, arguably, put his clan as the legal owner of the lucrative location. He even claimed ownership over Isaiah and Elena explicitly. That said, he warned them to keep quiet, keep their eyes open, spy on the Camarilla, and be sure to attend the next Elysium. Isaiah got the details of this event not long after, when he got into town. A dark-skinned whore arrived under escort, simply asking acknowledgement of the boon he owed his local prince, and offering to doink him if he wanted as incentive. Isaiah was able to renegotiate this into taking a big drink from her, sending her staggering off before his oldest friend staggered in. Marina apparently hadn't spent her day off fairly wildly, buying new clothes, drinking, gambling, and who knows what else. She didn't notice anything was wrong, and Isaiah didn't feel the need to tell her. He also spared a moment to meet Long Kang with Yolanda, learning that his faith did in fact offer a power to stun them, torment them even. Nobody was more surprised than Long himself, when his simple prayer recital saw both of them clenching their ears and shaking with rage. But he did agree to use this power for the protection of the collective, or the kids at least. The Chinese in town, meanwhile, completed their deal, and handed over the coterie cut without incident. A staggering amount of money for most, and money distributed to every employee he enlisted, at minimum $50 each. Meanwhile, the man who got $5,000, Dwight, was sent on an errand with symbols from the books and a list of languages, looking to find anyone who might be able to translate for him in San Francisco. They even managed to bring the barber and his whole family back up with them to the mine without incident. Their newcomer, the so-called company's snitch that their extorter brought, had little to do during this, but did manage to pick up a fair bit of information skulking around the mine, learning the details of Isaiah's connection to the colored folk in town, among other things, though this took most of the night. And so, let's rejoin the coterie, Monday, March 7th, 7 p.m. as you rouse for a new night with new challenges.
I'm good.
Less good.
In any case, you're all awake. You're all in the outpost in various rooms, if I recall.
Alright, so Yolanda's gonna exit out of the room. She slept in, look at the other two and say, "Evening."
Evening. I was
Good
about
evening.
to go check on the progress made last night, see how the mine's going.
Alright. I'll go with you before I head back to the town. Also, we do need to soon get ready for our trip to San Francisco.
That's a good ways out yet.
Weeks.
What was that?
A couple weeks.
We'll have to find a way to ship ourselves. Harvey, you're nomadic. How do you get by during the day if you have to go somewhere?
Normally, I just ride away in my car with my fellow men driving it for me while I wait in the back.
Speaking of fellow men, I actually have something to say. A blurb if you could wait. The thing about a trip to San Francisco is time. If you made good time and you left right when the sun went down, you could make it before dawn on horseback. not with a whole lot of time to find shelter, but an hour maybe, if you were lucky. More likely, especially if you're going to try to bring a card of any sort, you'll need to make a stop in the middle of the day, beside a not busy but not dead road, in the middle of the California wilderness. A lot could go wrong, especially if you're unguarded. Only takes one curious bear or traveler tearing the door off, and you all go up in smoke. And at least some of that, I imagine, is told to you by Harvey.
Dwight's going to be going to the city or may have already left. I could always send him a letter. He could secure us lodging while he is there.
So when should we leave? Tonight or tomorrow?
We have a few weeks.
Elysium is on the 20th, and it is the 7th, remember.
We may want to
Oh.
get there with 2 nights to spare.
Yeah,
Sounds like a mighty fine idea.
I prefer that as well, as I don't want to be late.
So does Harvey join Yolanda and Isaiah as they stroll down to the mine to check on things there, or does he just head straight up top?
I'll head with them to the mine.
Why not? The stale air doesn't bother you none. And it's a pretty good 20-30 minute walk, but the exercise would do you good if you were alive. And that's probably maybe a bit of a depressing thought, but what's not depressing is looking at the pile and piles of rock ore already at the top of this cliff face and loaded up ready to transport. Probably close to 50 grand worth.
Good
And you do still
progress.
people here. Actually, no, people aren't working at this hour. They're just packing it up, actually, as it were.
I'm just gonna flit through the crowd, see if there's anything that's needed, any complaints or the like.
It feels like a leadership or persuasion, or maybe an insight roll of some sort. You're trying to pick up anything from them, unless
How's
there's
the
just anything
charisma
specific you
leadership?
want to ask. Yeah, sure. Charisma leadership is fine.
More than anything, I'm trying to be viewed as likable while seeing like, oh, did anything unusual happen today? 4 successes.
4 successes. In that case, one of them says, well, I mean, that barber's wife is kind of fucking weird, right? You meet her on the way up, you travel together.
She is odd. I don't know where she's from. Said she crossed the ocean to come here.
One of those fucking Asian folks, huh? And Kang does feel the need. I'm sorry, Long Kang. All 3 are Kangs. Does feel the need to interject there and say, yeah, she's not from any country I've ever seen either, white man.
It's a big area. I've seen a few maps.
World, it's true. There are many strange things in it. She is safe, you trust her.
I have no reason not to trust her.
Well, we'll be on
Has
guard.
she been about the mine much or just stayed to the home they were given?
Oh no, he sort of has a silent air of authority. He just kind of nods in a way that seems to permit the other man to speak, the one you were talking to before. And without saying anything else, he just bows shortly, and him and the other 2 Chinese folk dip out. But your man does reply, no, she's just been staying topside. She's mostly just been taking care of her kid. Or at least that's what she was doing when I was up there.
I'll leave them a day to get settled.
She did say she was going to make dinner.
Tell me how it is. I do need to get back to the city soon.
And they ask, do you want this silver loaded and brought up to the top then for a wagon?
I'll already be headed down, might as well.
One last chore for the day. And they do indeed push this up with them on their way out, and the whole chorus, another 30 minutes back upstairs to maybe 8 p.m., 7:30 p.m., you have the nice squeal of these wheels to give you company. And if Yolanda or Harvey don't want to ask anything or interject anywhere there, we can jump to you getting topside.
No, just Yolanda's just gonna watch because it's not her business to run the mine.
Yeah, I feel like Harvey would just probably be quietly observing right now, sort of getting a feel.
Sure. But in any case, as you are maybe 10 minutes from the actual surface, past the manor and back into the strange empty caves that actually look like caves, you hear well, we'll do marching order here actually, because this is important. Who do you think is at the back of this group? I'd say it's probably Yolanda or Harvey.
Yolanda, jeez.
Good chance you talk to her anyway. Yolanda, you feel a poke on your ankle, right? Not a hard one, but at a very sensitive nerve. And a familiar voice go, Psst, hey Yolanda.
She looks
And he
down.
says that, but as soon as you lock eyes on him, the baggage train is still moving, and he is, staying in the darkness.
Matthew, how's it going?
Oh. Yeah, you'll see soon enough. I'm real surprised you're letting little Miss Unknown Variable interact so freely with your little flock. I mean, Christ, she's even cooking food for everyone. I won't tell you much for free, but she has some special spices. And yeah, Rathew's back in his smallest form. Isaiah and Harvey, you've both noticed by now that she stopped, and the voice when you listen closely. And he is just casually resting on a small sack of beans, rice, or something. He's using it as a bean bag, while slurping loudly a small thimble of orange liquid.
Guys, you might want to hear what our friend here has to say.
Ah, fuck. Is it this weird ass rat thing again?
Well, excuse you. We're all freaks down here, aren't we?
I'll peel away from the group and join them.
All right, so
So, who's gonna be smart and ask for answers? Make sure he's safe. I won't charge you much.
Well, Harvey, you're the one that likes to collect information, am I wrong?
I'd be more than happy to. You guys have been so kind to me, providing me housing and all. I'll take the hit on this one.
What's the question, big guy? What am I telling you?
So how exactly would you guys want me to phrase this question?
Oh yeah, better
How
workshop
Rathew's
this.
rules.
Miss Luck, what is she, and is she a danger to us?
Miss Luck, is she a danger or is she a danger to us? Rathew.
Miss Luck, is she a danger to any of you? Oh, that's a great question. Great, vague, and just the right amount of wiggle room. He bites you in a strange way, like just the top of his jaw goes onto the top of your foot, and it's like you're being nailed down by a railroad spike. Awful, body-racking pain, but it is over quickly in like half a second, and he latches off.
How do you people put up with this?
Now that's some real breakfast. Okay, yeah.
You get used to it.
Yeah, don't
You
be
really
a wimp.
don't.
Well-
Anyways, no, she is not an immediate danger to ya. She's not trying to hurt you, but she's a lot more dangerous than a normal person, I'll say that.
I should try and speak with her. Bring her more closely aligned with us.
If you guys would like, I could try to observe her, stalk her, see what she's up to.
Sure.
Or I could just fucking tell you what she is for another little nibble.
Oh,
So, I have enough on my plate keeping an eye on the hunter, making sure he's not doing anything, trying not to draw too attention to ourselves while in my saloon.
Feeding's been difficult for me.
I mean, only because you're Mr. Saintly over here.
The less suspicion I can draw, the better.
For fuck's sake, guy, just buy a whore for the day. Bam, 2 blood easy, big drink.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, you're not used to having good disposable income, are you, Mr. Fields? Oh, there's nothing like
for
being
less than a
rich.
nickel
It's
a day,
almost as
thankfully.
great as being powerful.
What have you been? This is not a prize thing, but what have you been up to, Ratheo? Personally,
That sounds like charisma, persuasion, or manipulate, if you'd rather.
to ask him what he's been up to.
Yep.
I'll do charisma.
We'll see how inclined he is to actually answer you.
I'll do charisma and persuasion.
Oh, damn, 6 with a messy critical. How do we make this messy, though? Yes, for a messy critical, you're just going to be absolutely enamored and prideful and full of yourself after how well this works. Rathew says something to the effects of, oh, I've been doing a little bit of local business. Mostly I've been messing around in San Francisco, though, getting what I can get up to there scouting out the local vamps. Because, a farmer's gotta have his milkers.
San Francisco's pretty. I see San Francisco's still prosperous.
I mean, prosperous. That's a word. There's a lot, at least 10 times as many kindred there as here, I'll tell you that. Oh, well, in Sonoma. You fuckers throw off the math.
So there's maybe 10 or so in over there? It's not that many, actually.
Yeah. Well, quality over quantity is the general rule,
So it's not a bunch of younger ones setting their roots with the city growing.
I could tell you who the youngest two folks in San Francisco are for a little nibble.
Give me a little time to think. I'll probably have a few questions before we leave.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically free if you get it right before bed.
I'll reach out.
Better hurry if you want to watch people eat Miss Luck's lovely dinner. See how that goes.
We'll think it over.
Right, let's make our way up. I think Miss Luck is going to try anything, but I want to be there if it goes sideways.
I'm always ready for action, just in case. You coming, Rathy, or are you gonna stay down here? Or slink off?
Oh, I'm always watching. You know how it is. This little, corporeal form is more for your benefit than mine. Yeah, we'll meatbag you.
Alright, do what you want, Rathium. Thank you again for the info. So, shall we head upstairs?
Yes.
Don't see why not.
It's pretty late when you get up there, like 8:30, 8-ish at least. And despite that, as you pass through the main courtyard between the mine entrance and the exterior gate, you see there is a small crowd around the cauldron, actually some looking quite impatient. Some of the older kids and a fair few of the adults hover around the cook, that is, Normie Luck, the strange woman married to your barber, who at present seems to be stirring the orange liquid within with a long, curved cutting knife. Strange for the setting, she is dressed in a dress, a floofy black thing with a wide skirt at the bottom and matching dress shoes that all look quite out of place. She stares blankly and smiles as she does, just a little, just enough to get a glimpse of those sharp teeth. There's no mind paid to the folk around her. But she does immediately dip and offer a bowl as you come out. Ah, hello, employers. I have prepared some of your beans, beets, and rodent meat into a hearty soup. I have even shared many of my own spices for the meal, and saved the first bowl for you. It is my hope this will make a good first impression on these new humans, and further secure my family's safety amongst this tribe.
Just a little. I'll take it on the road with me.
Of course, Busy, Mr. Isaiah. Rich men are very busy.
Only if we want to stay that way.
And people are just kind of helping themselves to the bowl at this point and eating, and they seem to be mostly pretty pleased. Like, more than you'd expect from trail food.
Does she ever make a point to peel away from the group at all?
Yes, after talking to you and seeing you take the bowl, she does go and get her own and go back to her home. Or, the building you gave the barber.
I want to catch her just before she gets back, like inside, so we'd have some semblance of privacy.
Yeah, like 3 yards away from the crowd. It's not really private, but you could have a conversation if you kept your voice down.
So, Miss Normie.
Yes, hello, Mr. Isaiah Fields. And she is not slowing down. She opens the door and...
I'd like to speak with you when you have more time. I know you're busy for the evening. We humans should communicate more. Less surprises amongst us.
Yes, certainly. It is very normal for humans to have conversations, to grow closer, and learn each other's abilities and reach. And she places the bowl on the desk where you notice. She'd walk inside in this time and hands her bowl to her husband, who begins eating heartily.
Say tomorrow evening. I'd love to hear about where you came from.
I do not like to talk about where I came from. But yes, I will speak with you any time, boss, sir.
All right, have a good evening.
Yes. Ah, I forgot my own bowl. No matter. And she trails off and gets another serving for herself.
Just when I get on the cart, I'll set the bowl like next to me, like I'm going to have it on the way, but dump it out as soon as I'm out of line of sight.
Alright, I won't make you roll for that. Yolanda, Parby, you just don't make any effort to pretend to eat. You just ignore it.
I'll say, I apologize, but I'm fasting right now.
I'd probably just be sorry, just not feeling very hungry right now.
Yeah, nobody really presses you for it. Not even the cook, who actually
Sure.
disappears back into their house fairly quickly, and everyone else just seems happy to have more for them. Even the Chinese are eating it, actually.
She'll give her share to the kid who has a crush on her.
I think
Uh,
that one would be down in.
Those a refugee kid, I think. You only have the native kids up here. But yeah, there's at least a few boys on the cusp of puberty or whatever. Maybe one, I think the oldest was 10.
She'll give it to one of the kids. She doesn't care who. Here, you'll need this.
Sure. You're just shepherding the kids who are lingering behind, encouraging everyone to eat. The ones who don't speak or, language are a little more hesitant.
Maybe
In any
best
case,
to
you
have
make it back
Elena
to your...
stay here for the evening. Keep an eye on them. They've been through quite a bit.
Yeah, the kids are definitely not complaining to have someone comforting around.
I'm gonna be heading back to town. Anyone wish to accompany me?
I'll be coming down with the cart.
All right. Plus, we still need to figure out our way to get to San Francisco safely.
Well, you have a long ass ride with nothing to do but talk about it, so I'll let you do that for at least a little bit while I go get a glass of water. That wrathy voice fucks my throat up.
It's great. I really like that you do it.
It's done very well.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool.
I'm sending Dwight down to San Francisco to find people that speak and read a few different languages. He's there. I'd been thinking of procuring a bookstore or the like, see if anything is there. Look for tomes that might actually help my research.
Well, perhaps I could find a business to invest in San Francisco, or buy a maybe a cat house there.
Doing
Or
that in
rest.
San Francisco would be a lot more difficult. Might be best to set your roots here first.
All right, but I'll still keep a lookout for any business worth investing down there.
I'm
Know what I
thinking
mean?
of starting up a second-hand bookstore there. We'll see what opportunities come available. How about you, Harvey? What will you be doing once we reach San Francisco?
I'll probably be trying to spread my roots a little as well, getting more into the information sale and gathering business. Maybe you guys could be frequent customers of mine.
Yeah. Oh, and I do want to see if there's any shooting contests down in San Francisco.
I'm sure there's at least a few people drunk enough to take a bet against you. Now, Harvey, I understand you work for the Giovannis, but are you opposed to working for us as well?
I'm a bit of a free agent, let's say. I'm being a bit coerced by the Giovannis, but I feel no excessive loyalty towards them.
Are you? Well, they're the ones who hired you, though.
Well, yeah, but it's just anyone can hire me. All you need is a little bit of, moolah to show me my way.
Our deal still stands. I know one of Tori's ghouls already, and I'll describe the woman of the night, I think is the best way to say it.
Yeah, she could have been a doxy. I mean, she said she was a whore, though, so yes.
I won't pay for any information on her, but the others, who they are, $50. Deal still stands.
Sounds like a great deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
And just for
All right.
ease of scale, that's like 2 months' pay for a person.
Yeah, as a quick reference, $1 is about $100 in this time period, adjusted for inflation and shit.
I get you.
Yeah, but funny thing, Isaiah, what are we going to do about the Giovanni, though?
You do still see the ghost, Isaiah. At least as you're leaving, you do.
I'll give it a very polite nod. We do what they say. He was able to step across the world. It's not as if we could hide from them.
Yeah, that was that was, how do I put this? Weird. It was mind-blowing, weird, and scary.
I would rather he stay away from here for no other reason than he'd likely kill more of the men.
Couldn't put it any better myself.
And I'll look at the ghost. You would be a wealth of knowledge for us if you were allowed to speak. If that changes, we would like to know.
And again, nothing but silence and stares from that one.
Oh, then I need to talk with my shopkeep. We're going to try and buy the adjacent properties, and I need the land rights to everything around that mine.
I thought you already bought the rights.
I bought the
He owns the
mineral
mine
rights.
itself.
Hmm?
Yeah, he owns the mineral rights, basically.
I want to own the land, and then we can build homes on it, rent them, do whatever we like.
Sounds like a plan.
In any case, you want to advance to the end of your wagon ride into the city, leaving you at about noon in Sonoma, the city that rarely sleeps.
Sure.
Yeah.
You get to Isaiah's shop first. You split up, or
Yolanda will stick by until they get to Isaiah's shop before splitting off.
right? Isaiah, you wake anyone up, or are you just dropping off the carts? You said you wanted to speak to Maria,
I do.
and as you let yourself in, she does hear probably before you're through the front entryway, and again she appears along with her guard before breathing. At this point, she knows it's you who comes at night, so she isn't that guarded, but there is still a definitive look of relief as you lock eyes with each other. And she comes to you. By the time she gets down the stairs, her face pointedly irritated. Hey, Isaiah, I'm sleeping off the worst fucking hangover. Tell me you don't have work for me.
I have work for you. And I'm just going to go over that we have about $10,000 to work with. I want her to look into hiring masons, buying up the neighboring properties, and then the land rights around the mine within at least 5 miles.
So you're discussing how to get that set up. Have a blurb for that. Because with your level of finance and education, just what you know is there are a number of construction companies active in Sonoma. Busy, in fact. Usually short of hands and rich in revenue, but paying a premium always lets you cut in line with these people. Of course, with that, the rarity of stoneworkers specifically, and the hassle of transporting such a project far from the city, it is going to be quite a premium. Perhaps $5 per square meter, meaning just to reinforce the wooden wall up front, you're looking at $2,000 to $3,000. But the good news is that is something you could buy with a check, with money in a bank.
I would like to, at some point, try to negotiate with them for basically how much for you to keep a crew on site for like a year to work.
Offering a contract like that is risky in this era. Someone might just take the down payment and run. You're not going to attract many people without a down payment of some sort.
Down payment, then monthly payment.
Maria says, okay, I'll look into that, see if we can hire a more permanent construction crew or something. I mean, we're going to have to import stone through one of these companies, one way or the other.
See if we can't use at least some of the excess stone being pulled up in the mining process. Waste not, want not.
I don't know enough about mining as a keeper to know how well that would work, but you do have mining equipment. I suppose you could probably just get crude cobblestone easily enough.
We'd still want proper walls that would have to be imported, but for foundations and like, the slag should work.
Well, get stonemasons up by a mine. I'm sure they'll find something of use. So she goes ahead and says, tomorrow morning when people are open, you want me to get to work on buying this, or just the wall and also an on-hand construction crew?
The wall and an on-hand construction crew, as well as the property rights within 5 miles.
Property rights. Well, those probably won't cost more than a few $100, I reckon.
I wouldn't think but a few dollars an acre, but we'll see what they're selling for now.
We did strike silver pretty nearby. You know that shit changes like the stock market. That's just goes by the day.
But who knows if the office has that updated yet. Let's hope not.
Well, I guess I get why this was urgent now. Oh, fucking hell. I want water, but I don't want to vomit. It's awful.
Go get some rest. If you start this in the afternoon, it won't be a big difference.
Yeah, maybe we just close the shop again and I can wake up a little shy of noon or something.
Find yourself someone to hire for a shopkeep as well. I'll be having
Oh, yeah, no, I
water
can do
used
that for sure.
safely. Let you sleep in.
No, for sure, if you think so. Try to find someone trustworthy.
I'd rather have you as my personal assistant than just a shopkeeper.
Yeah, you just need more employees when you're rich, huh? Yeah.
Yes.
And she scrambles off back to bed. And with that, the city is yours, though it is very late at night. I know Isaiah had also mentioned wanting to purchase cannons, but that would require some sort of streetwise or finance role. Definitely easier for streetwise.
If you wanted, I could do it. Maybe he could ask me to procure them or something like that. Because my streetwise is
please
really
look
high.
into if anyone would be selling them.
I'd be more than happy to, partner.
And
So it's just a streetwise
what's your-
roll?
Yeah, streetwise, plus probably intelligence or maybe resolve, whichever you'd rather. As you walk into a largely unfamiliar city and try to find someone you can buy a, 3-figure asset from, which in Old West times is like a 5-figure asset. And with 4 successes, that's fairly impressive, and it does take you a couple hours, but well before the night is up, you get a tip. With the war waning and the clashes relatively close to your location, it's not all that hard to buy military surplus, but it is expensive. You find your particular hookup at one of the nicer casinos in town. Isaiah, are you accompanying him, or was he going about this alone?
I would have trusted him to go about it alone.
This is a cash-only business, generally speaking.
I'm mostly sending him to get like a quote at this point.
Right. So then, as said, RB, you find your hookup in a casino playing blackjack while paying 10 times as much attention to the cigar in his hands to the game, even with the large bets that seem to slide across the felt green table with each round. These large bets would explain why he's the only one there, at the table, and perhaps why the house doesn't care much what he wants to discuss inside. Oh, and who is this inviting himself to my table? He asks, staring pointedly at you with dead calm eyes that dominate his expression, with no hair on his head or face. The calm, refined look matches the clean-kempt clothes he wears, but nothing about the man is flashy.
Well, howdy, sir. It seems we have some business to discuss. I might be a bit of a patron of yours.
And
See,
where did you
I would-
hear my name, exactly? What is it you think I can sell you?
I hear bits and pieces all over, but I hear you do well with military supplies.
Your military surplus is put to good use instead of rotting in some military warehouse. Yes, I can help with this.
Right. Well, we were interested in purchasing some cannons from you. We were wondering what that would run us.
Cannon covers quite a large spectrum, young man. $1,000 to $4,000. 4,000 would get you good, top-of-the-line technology. Heavy hitters with exploding shot, deadly weapons.
And what about the rest?
For 1,000, you can buy a light gun that'll take down a wall with enough time, scare away animals, or shred a man's legs if you're lucky.
I see.
3,000 would have you the heaviest cast iron ball to be launched in a military effort, I believe. Just no exploding shot, no bullets inside them.
Well, let me reconvene with my client and see what exactly cannons he's looking for to suit his needs. But thank you for your time, sir.
Find
just
me
slip
here
out.
most days.
All right, then I probably slip out, go inquire Isaiah what it specifically he needs the cannons for, and what kind of cannons he's looking to get, how much he's looking to spend, that type of vibe.
You head over there, but before you arrive, Yolanda, is there anything you do for between the hours of like midnight and 4 a.m. in town?
Yeah,
that you want to jump in with?
she's gonna go to her place of business and see how's it doing before going to talk to Smoke inside.
You head inside through your business. Everything seems normal enough. Now, as I said, the kitchen is busy even late into the night. There's also a bar, men drinking at it. You don't see Lord Vanderbright anywhere, and your assistant is asleep, though you could wake her.
He'll go and wake her.
Oh, Yolanda, back in town already?
Yeah. May I come in?
Yes, no, of course. By all means. I know
Go.
much of what we say isn't for everyone's ears.
Yeah. Alright. So, any luck with the properties I told you to look into?
Luck with spying on the hunter guy, you mean? Oh, no, the properties around here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that was innuendo. I am very tired.
You're
But,
fine.
yes, we could buy a cheap property near here with everything a cat house needs. Basements and a few empty rooms, small rooms for $1,000. Could buy a much nicer building, currently a barber shop of some sort. I don't know. It is a large building, 3 stories, well built. That'll cost 4,000.
I'll let you know how much. How much do I
We could
have
also buy the man who sells chilies business for 4,000.
to buy chilies?
There's a man just down the street, less than, I don't know, a stone's toss from this business. Remember, he is one of the people who came in to threaten us when we were selling food.
Oh, him. So, I can't how much I have left. I didn't write. I couldn't write that down.
If I recall, Isaiah gave you 3 grand pretty recently. So you have about $3,140, if my math is right. Oh, also 2 grand that you keep in the bank. Or wait, hang on. I might have fucked that up.
Started with like 10.
Yeah, no, you had a shitload of money and you spent 5K. Right now, you have a business that's worth 5K, 5,400 in cash, and also 2,000 in the bank. Yeah, no, Elena has 3,140 bucks.
I have 450.
That was Elena. You have $7,400 in total, most of which in cash.
7,400, right?
Yes.
All right, thanks. And 2,000 in the bank.
Counting the 2,000 in the bank.
All right. Well, I suppose I can. With 7, you think I should buy out that man who's threatening us?
That could only help. I mean, he hasn't given us any trouble since that one. I knew he was all talk. He's just an old racist piece of crap. But yeah, no, I mean, we have more of a monopoly on the food around here. Why not?
Which building would you go for the cat house?
Cheap one.
Hmm?
The cheap one.
All right. If I give you the cash, will you buy it on my behalf, or would I have to go there personally?
I'm sure you could get a better price than me. I can try to negotiate on your behalf, but
No, I'll do it. You think he's opened?
those are all starting prices I listed you. Let's just put it that way.
Go talk to him. I'll go talk to this person. The cheap cat house. It'll be a start. If the
But
place
yeah,
is
it's a hotel right now, I think, and I imagine it would be open even at a late hour. I don't know if the owner will be awake, but you have a way of convincing people, don't you?
Yeah, I'll go talk to him, but also, why don't you hire someone to work the morning shift while you work the night?
Oh, I already have the refugees assigned to everything I can possibly delegate, miss. Believe me. Remember, we're still struggling more with too many hands. People feel guilty eating for not contributing are.
All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna meet with the hotel to buy the property. You get some rest, and I'll let you know. I'll be back to let you know when I have it. When I'll I'll be back. You get some rest, okay?
Don't tell me twice. And if you head out Yolanda, it's maybe It's near the edge of town, a little further away than you might like for prime, foot traffic. But you do find a small wooden structure with built into the side of the hill, sort of like a hobbit hole. And inside you find a decent sized bar that's not luxurious, but it is cleaner than most and definitely quieter. And a small staircase leading down, which, from what Smoking Fox told you, has 4 rooms underground.
Okay.
A
She'll
man
go.
stands behind the bar, a colored man with a gray beard and a bald head, who looks at you with not contempt, but definitely a guarded look.
Hi, is the owner here?
Speaking.
I like to buy this place, and I'm willing to negotiate a price for it.
Someone finally replying to that listing. Oh, he's gonna make some sort of appraise roll. Why not? We're playing a role-playing game, damn it. See how much money he thinks you have.
Just so you know, Yolanda isn't dressed fancy.
No,
Looks
but
like
you do live in the town. And with 1 success, he says, "Oh, the listing was $1,000. You got $1,000 or not, lady?"
Of course I do. Maybe we could negotiate to 500, and she'll activate awe.
Okay, that's a pretty hard sell. I'll say difficulty 5, but go ahead.
So charisma. Okay, can I add a little seduction to it?
I mean, you could try.
I meant my specialty in that. 8. 8 with a crit.
And he laughs almost like a paternal way, and he says, "No, you look like a baby to me, young lady, but that's flattering, of course. Look, I'm just looking for enough money to live off of and relative comfort until I die. That's fine. I think 500 will do it."
Be battering her eyelashes, pressing, showing some cleavage at the bar on the bar, leaning
And
in.
he shakes his head, something wistfully or something at that.
And does the reach out to stroke his. How long is his beard?
It's like a fairly short one.
Well,
And he does not let you get close enough to touch you. He does raise a hand if you try to do that and back away.
oh, you'll have the money tonight. Tonight.
I can give you the deed right now if you want. I got 3 people sleeping downstairs. I wouldn't feel right with you throwing them out, but I mean, I wouldn't break the deal over it, to be honest.
I wouldn't kick them out right now. So she'll.
And he'll hand you a deed and give a very, not shaky, but slow, taking his time to write his signature on it, and then hand it over to you. And once he sees the cash counted,
Yep, she'll count 500 and hand the deed and make the exchange. 500 cash. And if you want,
and
if you want, perhaps I can offer you can work here. Unless you wish to retire.
idea was to work a lot less once I had this money.
Okay, how about I make you work less?
Free room if that's all it.
Free
You
room?
only want me to watch the bar for a few more hours, so to speak.
Out of character, what's the name of this place?
Oh. Hole in the ground.
Hole in the Crown?
Uh-huh.
Alright, you'll have your free room. Deal?
That's mighty generous of you. Thank you.
And as for your employees downstairs, uh, they can continue to work here if they wish.
Guests downstairs. Miss.
Yeah, sorry.
I
Alright,
only have 1 employee, and honestly, fuck him. I don't care what you do with him. He'll probably be in tomorrow.
how good is he?
Not good.
What does he do?
Shows up late. It's a shitty attitude with customers.
Oh, get rid of him.
If you insist.
I don't like, uh,
I think he just resents having to take orders from a, African. As if I ever set foot on that fucking continent.
He'll have a hard time. Well, something tells me if he meets the new owner, which is me, he'll be more upset taking orders from uh, you know, a Hispanic woman.
I don't know if Hispanics rank lower than us just yet, but yeah, your sex wouldn't help, I'm sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't. But I will send some people down, some people here to 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 settle in and stuff. I have some workers, and they'll be coming here in tomorrow. Okay,
As long as I keep my cash in my pocket, I'll tolerate a lot.
done. And you are, good sir?
Oh, Abraham.
Hmm?
Abraham.
Nice to
Call
meet
me
you.
Abe if you want.
Nice to meet you, Abe. Yolanda.
Yes, charmed, truly.
All right. I will see you later on, Abraham.
Well,
Or Abe.
probably I'll work the rest of the night, like I said, and I'll see what the morning brings. Huh? Said you'll probably have people over by then.
Yeah. And she will leave and head back to the gentleman's galley to inform Smoking Fox. But she does have the deed though.
So you wake her up again, and you do tell her, just to show her the deed real quick and tell her what's up. And she says, yes, yes, I'll deal with this all in the morning, Miss Yolanda.
All right. And sorry again, I just wanted to tell you. So she'll leave her to do her work. Go back to sleep and we'll
Away we go. And in that note, Arby, was there anything you were going to meet with Isaiah to discuss the actual details of purchasing a cannon?
Yeah. So I'd probably meet up with them, and just discuss the canon stuff. But I also probably want to discuss uh some type of residence for the night, whether I'm staying with him or like tavern, hotel type beat.
I'm sure Yolanda's mentioned in the long ride down that she owns a hotel, if that helps. That a hunter is currently
Yeah.
staying at, albeit.
Yeah, but I stayed there last night and I got the
But you
thing where
stayed
I
there
can't
last
stay
night,
in
that's
this.
right, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could
And I
probably
can't stay in
crash
the
with
same basement.
Martinez if you were persuasive, or you could ask Isaiah. Yeah.
I can arrange for you to stay in the basement of my shop. It's where I will be resting as well.
Mighty thanks, good sir. I got that information you were asking for. I found a supplier of cannons. What kind of cannons were you looking for? What were you planning to use them for?
More than anything, I want them to scare off anyone that thinks they can try and take the mine by force.
Well, if your objective is to scare, the presence of the cannons alone should be more than enough, regardless how much you spend on them. They pack a mighty wallop into the hearts of your enemies. But that kind of depends on your budget, you know?
Once the stonemasons are up there and working on the walls, I know those are large. We can arrange for them to be shipped once the emplacements are ready. I'd want at least 2 to start.
Well, the cheapest they do for two is 2,000, 1,000 each. Uh, but those ones are mostly for scaring. If you're looking for good effects, apparently you want at least 2,000, but 3,000 will really get you somewhere.
3,000 or more apiece. I assume this is with
Personally,
the exploding shot.
of course,
That would work best against something like us.
I agree.
And if the Giovannis revealed their presence at some point in interest in the mine, I wouldn't be surprised if the Camarilla sends people to cause trouble. A tenuous truce is that. Tenuous.
I'd probably go with the 3,000s personally, yeah.
Yes, the upper end. With the next sale of silver, we should be able to arrange for that.
Alrighty then. I'll set something up with the supplier first thing in the morning.
I'll send. I don't have the cash on hand right now. We'll have to wait till the next sale of silver. Then I will send you with cash in hand for it.
Alrighty. Sounds fine to me.
Did you get a name for this supplier?
Sorry, I forgot his name. Did he tell me?
He did not tell you his name, as a matter of fact.
I did not get his name, but he was sitting at a casino playing blackjack. Very familiar with the place. Maybe you've heard of him, since he seems to be a local.
Bald Frenchman with a cigar playing blackjack. That is how you were told to find him. And the specific casino, of course.
The one that blows through money like it's water. I've heard about him.
Yeah, that sounds like the guy. Not a very astute gambler.
I doubt I would necessarily be welcome in there, so I'll send you to do business with him going forward.
More than happy to help, sir.
There's one other thing I'd like you to look into tomorrow. Burris's bandits.
Oh.
See if you can hear of any of their remnants holed up anywhere.
Gotcha. I'd be more than happy to. Now, about my fee. 50 sound good?
He is going to pull out 100. Be proactive.
Ooh. Mighty thanks for the tip, stranger. I'll be happy to put this to use. I'll just slip that right in my... Am I taking that now? I don't remember. But
I'm just handing it
I'm
over.
happy. All right. Well, I'll be slipping that right in my pocket. Happy as a clam.
So in any case, is there anything else of note you want to do with the rest of your night? Or just jumping into the try to find information about the bandits?
Has Dwight already gone off to San Francisco?
Yes, he has.
I'll send a letter. It just says, look into any smaller properties that are for sale and see what the price is.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and I guess I'll start looking into the bandits.
Trying to think
Probably
if that's
just-
streetwise or anything else.
Well, for now, I'd probably just start with rumors about where I could find them and stuff like that. So I'd probably just do streetwise, like basic stuff for now, before maybe doing a more in-depth search tomorrow. I don't know. How late is it right now?
About 3 a.m., I think, if I remember my math right.
Yeah, probably just a simple sort of gathering basic information so I could look in deeper the next day then.
Right, go ahead and I'd say Wits of Resolve plus streetwise, or unless you have a better idea.
Sounds fine to me.
Let's see. 3 successes. And yes, with that, you find out what was already suspected, common rumors. The organization is badly, badly fractured. A lot of them have deserted, either gone rogue or literally gone home, found just rolled into a town where the people wouldn't know them and got a job, scattered to the winds. There is a core set, though, that is still alive, still carrying on the mission, so to speak, that's allegedly from these rumors. So anywhere from maybe 5 to 30% of them are still together and unified in goal.
Gotcha. All right, well, I'd probably just relay that information to Isaiah later that night when I go back to his lodging. But I don't know how much of that he already knows, but I'd give him the gist of what I learned.
We need to find a way
Of
to
course.
contact them.
Sure do.
And Yolanda, Isaiah, anything else you do with the night?
Nah, Yolanda will. She'll make prep. She'll try to make preparations for her journey, like packing one bag and putting some clothes and a set of nice clothes in the bag for her traveling. You know what I mean?
Sure, you make sure you're packed and ready to go at a moment's notice back home.
Yeah, back at her haven, and make sure to clean her Colts as well as her her sawed-off shotgun, as well as her pretty much clean her guns before heading to bed.
As one does.
Gunslinger, you gotta take care of your weapons.
So then, if no one objects, you could advance to Tuesday, March 7th, or March 8th, 7 p.m. as you rouse to greet a new night.
Storyteller, has my herd reset?
Yeah, it's been a week.
I'm good.
That's what I'm going to start my day with, then going out to the people that kind of owe favors and getting my sip. Or 2 sips, I should say.
Yeah, you definitely leave them staggered, but they're an older fella who doesn't really do much except sit around and pop their family anyway, so they'll probably be okay.
All right, I got a little hungry.
May I ask what is Harvey's method of feeding?
It's the Sandman one, which is like I break into people's houses and then I take it while they're sleeping, if I recall. That's right,
Yep.
right?
And if you want to do
But-
that, it's a larceny plus dex or wits or something. Or composure, I think. Composure or dexterity to do a stealth thing.
All right, should I do that right now?
If you want to.
Larceny, Dex, and what was the other one?
You can either use you can either use composure or dexterity plus larceny. Actually, I think you can use stealth too if you want. Let me check the book on that.
Okay. Frankly, my larceny ain't very high. It's all
Okay, yes,
stealth.
dexterity plus stealth.
Okay, great. I think that's fine.
2 successes. It's not the hardest thing in the world. All you really need to do is find an unlocked door or slip through a window. And with only 2 successes, and your desperation, your hunger, the first person you can find, though, that you can drink is clearly passed out massively, at an awkward angle, mouth hanging open, breathing not quite right. And you can tell they fell asleep wasted, and you will be drunk drinking from them.
Okay.
So do you take
Well,
one dose or 2? Or none?
I'll take one. And then I'm also drunk for today?
At least a little bit.
Okay.
But that took the first couple hours of your night. Isaiah, Yolanda, anything you do at your house and wake up in the city?
Yeah. Yolanda's gonna go check on her new place.
Right.
Gonna go check on the hole.
And you find your Abraham friend on the other side of the bar, sitting there doing not much of anything. One of the refugee women is at the bar, and a few others are mostly just cleaning things out, giving the place a deep cleaning at this point. Actually, they're finishing up for the day, but the place does look almost respectable.
Shall I ask Abraham? Approach Abraham and say, everything went well?
I mean, I guess so. Didn't tell me this was going to be a cat house. But, that's my business, or your business, as it were.
Yeah. The employees treating you good?
Oh, they're kind enough, yes. Most of them, that is, but that's about all you can expect in these days.
Well, if you need anything, I'm sure the employees will help you out.
I try not to take you up on that.
I'm gonna look around the place, but I'll let you know. And did you fire that guy?
Oh yeah, no, he hasn't been in, so I'll fire him when he gets in. Tell him the deal.
All right, if he comes and starts trouble, let me know. Call me.
Yeah, a few of your girls mentioned you were some big damn gunslinger or something, right?
Yeah.
Good for us. Yeah.
Don't let my looks fool you. I'm very dangerous with a gun.
Guns are dangerous. But yeah, I'll take your word for it.
She gives him a wink before going to tour the place, starting with the basement.
And it's just one floor of basement with a very narrow hallway and 4 rooms. Each of the rooms is maybe 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters. It's very small, but it does contain now a fairly nice bed, a bucket of water, or some basic supplies that people would need. And it does have like a few little decorations and stuff to try to make it look faintly medieval or decorative and not just like a, hole in the dirt with rock walls that haven't been properly paved.
All right.
But speaking of your employees upstairs, it looks like have at least 3 young women between the ages of 20 and 40 in any case, with very attractive bodies and faces that you're confident could bring in men. Especially if properly dressed and,
She does tell them to be careful.
we have a bouncer other than your reputation, and that's 60-something-year-old man. Probably spare at least a couple of the men from the refugees, if you do not object.
Yeah, that'll be fine. But she does go upstairs to check upstairs as well, and she might take one of the basement rooms as her own.
Just leave one on standby as always on there for you.
Yeah.
You could arrange that if you wanted.
Yeah.
But what's the top floor of this building is the ground floor, and it just contains a small bar and a few tables. Actually, the tables are gone now.
She'll ask one of the women, what happened to the tables?
We were thinking of, well, we were going to bring in nicer furniture or something, so try to make the place look a little more high class so we can get a good price, you know.
All right. All right. Continue. But after that, after checking out the place, she'll leave and letting the employees work their magic.
And they are hard at work as you leave.
She'll continue to look around in the area for more businesses to invest in. That's around her, though.
And Isaiah, was there any plans you had for this coming night in particular?
I think I just need to talk with Maria over what she was able to arrange that day.
Right. We will go ahead and jump to that now then, because that does seem like it would happen early in the morning. Harvey, unless you have anything else quick you want to get thrown in.
Well, I know I want to look more into the bandits, but I probably let Isaiah do his thing first.
Because that's what you'll be doing basically all day, and for the coming days maybe even, so. Isaiah, you're talking to Maria when you wake up the next morning, or the next night, as it were, 7 p.m.
Yep.
Maria is not quite in bed. She's closing up the shop, or, well, it's already closed, and she's just hanging out in the main floor waiting for you, if we're honest. She has a small book in hand, which she folds and sets aside when you come in.
How did things go today?
Well, the land doesn't cost all that much, $50 an acre. And that we can do basically whatever the hell we want on it, except we're still subsidized whatever of this city here. We want to have our own mayor, and any stake in the government with that, we'd have to go through this whole fucking thing and get a charter.
What would that
Big
take,
bureaucratic
you know?
mess.
What would it take to get a charter?
Probably a white guy.
I could source one of those.
Yeah, we can, can't we? Yeah, you pull your business strings, I think there's a politics role or something like that would be appropriate, trying to set up a mayorship and actual government autonomy.
Politics.
But,
intelligence, I'm going to guess?
yeah. But that will be more a longer-term project, but let's have a roll to see how much you know and how you go about it.
Messy Critical 5.
And with that, Maria, you're going to take a stain for this, maybe even 2G. Because Maria says something like, or rather when she said, we can't actually get our own government there. It's a huge, complicated thing. You are indignant because, of course you can do that. You're a freaking genius. You are a powerful person now, and you, more than that, you rolled high on this, so you know exactly how to go about with that vague bullshit that she waved off. And you begin telling her so, in detail. And none too kindly.
You mean we've got tens of thousands of dollars coming in, and you think we can't source one white man?
I guess not.
Once we have that up there set up properly, it'd be our own kingdom, for crying out loud. Have one person as the face of it, and we wouldn't have to worry about slave catchers of the light coming to bother anyone. We'd have a free state in all but name.
Yeah, sure, we'll totally do all of that. I'm going to bed. And she slinks off. But you did give her detailed instructions on exactly how we're going to go all about this, including the name of your contact through the Kings.
Right, you said one stain for it?
Yeah, we'll say 1 stain. Stone was hurt as a direct result of your actions, but hurt is you being used fairly loosely here. So 1.
I think it's after she's left the room, he just... Oh my. I just said that, didn't I?
Yeah, you have a moment. You cool off fairly quickly, meek guy that you usually are, but it is perhaps most disturbing of all that this was just so wildly out of character for you. But I was gonna say, this seems like a good time to talk about macro actions, since each of you has a longer-term project between now and Elysium. And I'll go ahead and lay that all out for you now, but we'll probably not start until... Well, we could probably do 1 person's first, or 2 maybe. So let's say for the next week, I'd like each of you to decide what you spend most of your time on. We'll find a role to reflect that, and also have one scene or conversation that you want to RP out, and that may or may not be connected to, whatever you're doing. We're also going to do one hunting roll, each of you, to reflect that time. You need at least 2 successes not to have a serious problem. So, start with... Well, we'll let the new guy go last. We'll start with Yolanda. We just did Isaiah.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Want to make a hunting roll first?
Sure. Charisma and seduction. 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, so let me double check that. You're starting at hunger 4 minus 1 for every degree. So yes, you're at hunger 2. As you come into Tuesday, March 15th. And was there anything in particular you wanted to roleplay out? Anyone you wanted to talk to in that time period? If not, you do have a scene here.
I would have fed from my herd as well, if it was okay.
Yeah, okay. You can use your herd to get over the hunger. That makes sense.
All right. As for what I wanted, if the prince was in town, she would like to talk to the prince. If she was in town, though, during the week, if she came
So
back.
you're saying at some point in that week you would swing by the mayor's house, try to get an appointment with them?
Yeah.
All right. And actually, it's funny you say that because we'll say thematically maybe a little before, maybe on the exact day, but while you're visiting your burgeoning brothel and its grand opening, or let's say the day before, actually, Miss Nuvon happens to come to you. She walks right into the door and... Hang on. Yes, Miss Nuvon, in all her glory and grace, casually strolling through the door. The black dress she wears is unfamiliar, largely bare with dark printed roses decorating, but hard to notice at a cursory glance. Her hair is also very different, braided and wrapped around in her neck in a way that is both unique and eye-catching, and she smiles pointedly when she sees you.
Yolanda will approach.
Oh, Miss Yolanda.
Miss Nuvon, it's good to see you.
Oh, yes, it's just wonderful to see you as well, darling. Wonderful what you're doing here, too, truly. Can I let you in on a little secret of the city?
Sure.
Well, you probably noticed in your market research that, well, there's 100 cat houses here, and God only knows how many streetwalkers. But there's only 4 respectable brothels here in town. You know, places paying folk can go without risking an STD. Those all answer to me.
Okay.
Have a loyal agent implanted in each one of them, shall we say, and I don't take all their money or anything of the like. It's more of a information gathering network and a nice way to entrench myself into the city. Oh, I'm not going to run you out or anything of the like. I hope you don't think I'm trying to sound threatening. Just my advice to you is I think this is a wonderful idea for a market share that's, in between the nice places and the slums. So, just try not to make the place too fancy. Don't build out too close to the center of town. And if you need any help with setup or such or advice, I would be happy to give you an experienced manager.
That that would be helpful. That would be good. I
Oh,
did
yeah.
want to talk to you for some time.
I'm sorry, what?
I did wanted to talk to you for some time.
Yes, of what?
May we talk privately?
If you'd like, should we go to my home downstairs?
Let's talk downstairs.
A bit cramped, isn't it? Is the first thing she says when she's actually in your room, but she just doesn't lose her smile as she waits for you to talk.
So, I've been, since you're the only, I was wondering if you would be my mentor.
Oh, looking to learn a bit more about what this blood of yours can do now, are we?
Yeah, I know we're the same clan as you call it, but my so-called Well, my sire didn't tell me shit due to them. Don't know what happened to them, but
Lousy anarchs. It's just irresponsible procreation is one of the worst sins. It's not like you're just releasing another baby ape out into the world. Vampires are dangerous. Why exactly? You didn't talk to your sire at all. You told me that, but do you have any idea how he died?
no, I don't know. It's just that
And give me a deception subterfuge roll at this point.
what?
You can use charisma if you'd rather, but it's definitely subterfuge. You're lying there. Your
Okay,
little Giovanni friend admitted to killing Burris and all them.
3.
3. And she doesn't have any particular reason to distrust you, and she seems to buy it, just straight coming and going, oh, these plots, this foul magic of those, some of those clans. It's bad enough dealing with the Tremere, but, Tremere looks, it's like hitting next to those necromancers. But I'm sure he was the brains behind the information. Bruja, that's your first lesson, my protege. Bruja are fucking dumb, predictable brutes.
So, Bruja are muscleheads?
They're strong, don't get me wrong, don't mistake that. They can kill you, but think of them like a big dumb ox. If you know what you're doing, they're no threat. And they can be useful if you're smart.
So, does this mean you'll take me in as your student?
Well, you might have to negotiate terms exactly. I'm not sure I would want you in my home just now, and I do have duties that keep me very busy.
I'm not asking to stay at your home or keeping you from your duties, my prince. I was just wanting to learn from you. As
Hmm. Hmm. Well, little is free in this world, and I know you already owe me quite a boon, so would we say $10,000 per lesson? A full day's lesson. And mechanically, this is gonna make it cost less to upgrade a discipline if you want.
I don't have 10 grand on me.
Really?
But
Oh, you should extort that colored one for a stake in the silver mine. It's chump change, Yolanda. Or sweet talk him. Let's be honest, sweet talk him.
well, I am getting a good price, but I'll like
Tell you what, pick a day. The first one's free.
how about I be bonded to you?
Uh, do you know what the bond is, or is that just a coincidence?
I'm trying to think of something without using cash.
Oh, if you want to drink a little of my blood in exchange for a lesson, I would be more than happy to oblige.
I'm already your loyal servant, so
An excellent point. And she pulls out a knife from seemingly nowhere. Shall I?
yes. As I do want to learn from you, and I want you
And
to be
she, in a jarring display, especially with how emotionless she keeps it, she splits her middle finger down the middle, deep into the center of her hand, and only then is there a decent spray of blood enough that she can hold it up to you and you can slurp it like a fountain.
she drinks it.
And it is delicious. Far, far more delicious than human blood. By far the most delicious substance you have ever consumed in your life. This world is dark and cruel at times, but it's not without its delights and beauties. Pick one of the next 3 days. Actually, I'm already out here, and I didn't specify when I'd be back. What discipline are you interested in? What can you do, Miss Yolanda?
I said I feel faster and I can feel more and I become more charismatic when I use something that will make me more radiant.
Interesting. So you don't have the sight. That's
I, do-
unfortunate.
I also have sharp senses as well.
Oh, so you do have a dot in Auspex?
Yeah.
Oh, you have just a touch of that power then. It's unfortunate. I can't train you to do it more. I could give you a name in San Francisco, but she's a little difficult to work with, and for now, I could help you with either of the others, I'm confident. Do you want to be faster or more charming?
More charming. Because I got a feel of being more faster. Out of character describing 2 dots of celerity.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to learn how to be more charismatic. As you said, our clan is full of beauty and seduction, I think. And I have been using that a little.
It's an easy card to pull, but it's a useful one, what can we say? But, in any case, we'll get to work. I can see what I can tell you about how rousing your blood goes. Let me explain in vivid, boring technical detail as our segue away from tonight's session.